under coaches Simon Carson and Burak Salman. Weighing in at 79.9 kilos, an MMA fighter coming off his win at Fusion 6. Please welcome Kaan Husmek.
This might be a finish. And there we have it, folks. Kaan.
Submission by way of rear naked choke. Blue corner, Kaan Husmek.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Aussie MMA Mate Show, where today we have Mr. Kaan Husmek.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you, brother?
Oh, fuck. I was spending the whole time. I was going to fart when you introduced me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't time. Nah, I'm feeling great.
Feeling good? Feeling better now you've let it all out, or?
Nah, it's still in me, but I'll do it after.
Mid-pod, you might hear a little screech, but we're all for it. As always, Brighton is with us. Luke is on the decks.
Yo.
Now, Kaan, we're here to learn more about you.
Let's do it.
When you were a child, what were kind of like the first sports you played, whether even if fighting was your first, but what did you kind of play as a kid?
This was my first sport.
It was your first sport?
Yeah, other than that, I dabbled in a little bit of indoor soccer, classic WOG kid on the streets as well. But that's about it. I didn't do anything else other than this. I did a little bit of swimming. Yeah. Just so I know how to swim. Nothing, other than that, there's nothing. Actually, year 7, MVP volleyball.
Damn. Had hops.
That's about it.
I never understand that because kids always like, you meant to like spike the ball, but then like you're dealing with midgets. So I'm like, I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
Were you tall when you were younger?
Nah, I was always small.
Yeah? Damn. So not really. Because we found like outliers in sports, like guys who are like up there usually play a bunch of sports as a kid. That's why I like asking this question. It's like you usually get like the outliers play everything. Interesting. Now, you started your journey with Aaron. We learnt this when Aaron was on the pod. How important was it to start alongside someone like that? And do you think you could have made it this far without having someone like Aaron on your journey the whole time?
Firstly, I started without Aaron.
You did?
I started in grade 4 or grade 3. I came for a year in the kids class. Strav was my first coach. I quit for a year, came back, quit for a year. I moved to Courtney Gardens. And then I came back to Kilbury. And then once I graduated in year 7, I came back with Aaron. So since year 7, I've been with Aaron. And it's been cool because obviously, like you guys know with jiu-jitsu, when you got someone like a training partner that you look forward to training with, it's more enjoyable to go do the thing. Yeah. But when you go into like an unfamiliar environment, you don't really know the people. It's a little bit like, how you going? But it was good. Having Aaron there was fun.
So do you think you would have kept on that kind of trend of like year on, year off kind of thing if Aaron wasn't there, or?
I think so, because at the start, it was me and my brother.
Yep.
And then my brother moved out of home, and then he went on a little bit of a hiatus and didn't come. And then when he saw me like staying at it, and I think with Aaron, in due time he came back because I stayed consistent with it. So if Aaron wasn't there, not to say that Aaron's the catalyst for me staying, but he definitely played a role with my consistency.
Yeah, amazing. And what landed you on jiu-jitsu over kickboxing? Because you are like, when you spar, fucking monster, bro. And then you just had a kickboxing fight like a little bit ago, but in recent times, and you beat a monster. So what's landed you over chasing more the jiu-jitsu side than kickboxing?
I just say I got a natural gift towards it. I feel like I've kind of got like TikTok brain, I guess, where like I need new shit. If I keep on doing the same shit, I get bored. And I feel like jiu-jitsu is ever evolving. Like there's constantly new stuff all the time. Whereas if I use boxing as an example, there's 6 to 10 punches or whatever, and that's it. But then you got to refine it, constant refinement. Whereas I'm always learning new stuff with jiu-jitsu. And I feel like that's what's kept me more like, oh, did you hear my stomach there? I'm gonna fart soon. Ooh.
It's brewing. It's brewing.
Gonna hit us with the Turkish hot box.
Yeah, why not? Zord. But yeah, I
That
think
door fucking open.
I think just because juice has always got some fresh stuff, I've always been drawn towards it.
Interesting. So did your game change all the time? Because
Yes.
you have been pulling guard on me as of recent. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm always evolving, man. Like especially now, like when I was in the MMA stuff heavy, I was always looking on top and whatnot. But now that I've kind of stepped away from that side of things, I want to just evolve broadly, like everywhere. So when I go against Bilal, it absolutely is constantly putting me in fucking foot lock shit. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get good at this. So I started going against that, and now I'm just putting myself in weird tacky positions like crab ride, like full going underneath people's ass cracks and just you know.
Such
So
a
weird
jiu-jitsu guy, bro. I fucking love it.
So weird shit. I'm trying stuff out.
It's mad. What do you like? Obviously, giving nothing away for your upcoming fight.
I'm giving it all away.
Okay. What is an interesting or intricate thing you're working on? Like a
Twister.
Twister. I'm working on. I've learned a new guard called Scorpion Guard. I'm working on Scorpion. It's where you go X guard, but then you break them down to a knee, and then you get a lockdown on the far leg.
Oh, it's gonna like talk to any.
A little bit, but the way I set it up, it's very like gentle and slow and fucking. I'm not like cracking their knee into there, but yeah, I landed it like 5 times. So now I'm officially like.
It's not nice.
Call you 10 Planet.
Call me 10th Planet.
Yeah.
I learnt it from Gordon.
I don't worry then.
Gordon Ryan teaches it in his X Guard DVD.
Oh,
Wild. Wild. Now, let's talk MMA, kickboxing, any of them. Describe your fight style, and alongside this style, has anyone kind of inspired you to fight the way you fight? So tell us about your style and kind of all martial arts, because you're a fantastic. For people who don't know, you are top echelon Australian kickboxer, and if I put you in a 2-month camp, I'll put you up against anyone, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm a champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like all the other boys, but mine's like a thing of more mental. Like I've always known, everyone's known that I've got the skill for it. It's more mental for me when I'm there. But aside from that, I feel like I'm always finding new people to get inspired by.
Yep.
And like I go through my phase, like a Ilya Zaporia boxing phase, then I go through like a Magomed Sharipov phase, like all this like weird shit.
Spinny.
Yeah, just like doing weird tacky shit.
Yeah.
And then I go through like my fainting phase. And then I see some Jonathan Haggerty stuff, and I'm like, I just go through all different phases.
Interesting.
Are you going through a phase right now? In this, like,
I'm going through a Bilal phase right now. Bilal bit, I forgot his name from Absolute.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Yeah, Idabari.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother Bilal, I love you. But I'm going through that phase. I'm just pulling guard, just touching people's feet, tickling them. That's my phase I'm going through.
Now, you competed at the Quintet recently.
Yeah.
You struggled with one ankle lock. Now, you have grabbed my ankle.
But in hindsight,
Yep.
it's good because that's a hole,
Yeah.
so I can fix on it. But the reason why I failed is because I haven't been putting enough hours, because I've been doing the Aoki.
Ah.
And we weren't allowed to do Aoki against that guy.
Yeah.
So when that fails, I normally go straight to Aoki.
Yep.
But I couldn't. And me and Luke actually pointed it out. When I was pulling on it, my arms were here.
Yeah.
I wasn't
like not like
up.
crunching it in.
That's
And
why
the-
I love that grip.
Bro, and the guy had long ass legs. So like, credit to him. I just didn't think I had a good enough bite, but he was just eating it.
Yeah. No
I felt
shit.
no pops.
Yeah.
That's
crazy.
That's how I lost nationals. Because I did this, and as I extended,
Yeah.
my hand drifted away from my chest.
Also, fatigue did set in for me. That was like my 3rd match in a row.
Yeah, it was true. Because that one was, you came in last every one of your Quintet
Yeah,
fights?
because the deal was with Fusion just so I don't get injured. And secondly, I wanted to prioritize the boys. So my brother at the start was very stern on playing it super serious. I said, no, let's give the opportunity to the boys
Yeah.
like Nick, Walid, and Josh.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care about going first. Otherwise, we would have like strategized hard. But I didn't care about it. I just wanted the experience for the boys.
100%. I was the same. Like, I was actually going to pull out of the last round because we had 2 guys that hadn't competed before.
Mm-hmm.
One of them was our sub. So I'm like, if we didn't get one of our boys injured, I wouldn't have even fought the last one. We had the exact same mentality.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
But I'm keen for the next one though. I actually want to take the next one serious. But in hindsight, I need you boys to help me convince my brother. I want him to do it. Do it.
That would be sick.
I want him to do
Oh,
it. Not coach, do it.
Yeah. And the hard thing with that too, and not hard, like hard for everyone else is he can breathe now. So we're all fucked.
Yeah.
Apparently you put him in a rear naked choke. We're talking about Tolga, by the way, the fucking man. You put him in a choke and he's like, fucking squeeze away. I can breathe out my nose now, bitch.
Yeah. I used to tap me out so easily because of the nose thing. But now, like, even I was holding pads for him.
Yeah.
And I was so impressed. We did like 45 minutes of pretty hard pads. And he was able to just like be normal breathing, like going on about everything normal. So I was really happy to hear that. Sorry, happy to see that for him.
Yeah, because his nose has been fucked.
Big hindrance on him for the longest of time. He'd always go,
Look, it's one of those ones, like, I've always dreamt of watching my, like, coach do a one super fight or something, and I've wanted to see Tolga compete.
I do too, man. I'm really trying to convince him to it, but unfortunately life gets in the way for him. If he could dedicate some time to build the confidence to step onto those mats, that's what he needs. But with the stuff that's going on in his priorities right now, I don't think it would be anytime soon.
I'm hoping that he wants to show Gunnar how a match is won.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool. Or like father-son duos, like they compete in the same comp.
In due time, for sure.
Yeah, that'd
just
be
gotta
cool.
when he gets the roided Tolga.
Tolga will be natty for life. Tolga.
Natty, yeah.
Natty.
Aside his supplement.
Yeah, Asai. Asai will be his supplement and he'll put on a lot of weight due to Asai.
Boah.
Boha. All right. Now,
Oh fuck! I should
you're
stop
good,
probably
bro.
doing that.
You're good. Now,
I'm trying to make you deep throat the mic.
because we're like feeding it to Brian.
Collar tie, bro. Collar tie.
Now, on a recent podcast, you said that you've changed your approach from focusing kind of like on your opponent to now just working on yourself and making sure that you're ready rather than worrying about what they're doing. That was kind of your takeaway from the 2 losses in MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about how that has helped you, like in recent times, and then how you think it's going to help you in your upcoming fight.
Yeah, so I feel like a lot more stress happens on me because like each individual is a bit more different. But for me, when I'm so fixated on the opponent, I'm focused on what they're gonna do. So I second guess myself. I became hesitant, and I wouldn't be comfortable just free flowing with it. Whereas when I focus on myself and I just do my training, and I obviously consider what they're good at, but I do specific training based upon that. I don't think of every single meticulous thing that they're gonna do. I become a lot more like I respond a lot faster. Like I'm not afraid to shoot, I'm not afraid to jump. There's no hesitancy on my end. Aside from that, I get in my head a lot because I think a lot, I study a lot, I visualize a lot, and I just feel like when I think about myself a lot, I visualize me doing a lot of the things, me getting my hand raised, me getting a position, me passing Mahmoud's guard. Whereas when if I did think so much about Mahmoud, I'd be like, fuck, okay, he could get me in a leg lock, he could get me in trouble. No, fuck that shit. Like when you got a subconscious belief of like you will pass, it just happens naturally. So against Harry, for example, I was so worried about what he was going to do that straight off the opening bell was fucking defensive.
Yeah.
And then against Zach, like first round was good. Second round, I got into my head. There was a particular moment. And then I realized that and I took a step back and then did some like jiu-jitsu comps to just try practice it. When it's sort of sports psych. And then, yeah, these are some new things that I've adopted now. And I feel like it's a lot more better for me. I don't know if it's a lot better for everyone else, but for me, it works.
So if you had students going into a super fight and you're coaching them through this, is this something that you would kind of sway from them watching their opponent too much and just putting them in the position that their opponent will put them in? Like, would you rather just them specific train their way through it? Or like, what would your kind of approach be if, for example, a student like Luke or Brighton or me were in a super fight? Like, how would you have us approach it, you think?
I would just study the individual myself and make you guys do specific training on that person.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell you, you have to X, Y, and Z. I'd just be like, this is what they're good at. Let's work in this position. And I wouldn't be like, you have to be careful of this. You will get put in this or anything like that. I would just do specific training that when you focus on yourself and you just get better in those positions naturally, it should be all good.
It's actually a good question, but how many students do you have competing that same night at Fusion? You've
2.
got Hunter and Jawad.
Correct.
Are you going to be in their corners?
Of course, bro. I was speaking about it with the recent video I did, Fighter Chronicles with Nikos. Nikos had his younger brother, Artie, competing, and basically like his younger brother, Liam. And I asked him the question, I said, do you feel a bit different now that the boys are fighting. And then after they lost, I went up to him. I said, "Do you feel any bit different?" He goes, "No. If I can't go out there when they're competing and I can't handle it, what's the fucking point in doing this?" You kind of like, for him, he said that he detaches himself from the emotional aspect of it. He's here to do a job. It's that warrior mindset. Obviously, like after it's all said and done, he'll go do whatever, but he's got a job to do. And he does it like that. So even with my last match against Jacob, I always said, like, respectfully, it's just strictly business for me in there. And I felt like when I detach myself emotionally from it, my outcome's a lot more better.
Great question. How much time will you have? Like, do you know, because the full card just came out. Plenty.
Yeah, so Hunter's number 3, I think, and then Joad's 17, and I'm 27.
Ooh.
It's a long day, so I'm thinking of maybe taking a nap there.
Smart.
Naps at
Dude.
fights is great.
Yeah, bro.
My nap yesterday hit different.
Okay.
Pack.
Was it shut eye or did you actually snore?
The shut eye.
Okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's like a reset.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't too happy with how my gi went. My gi matches went.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I need a reset.
Good.
And then I woke up. I'm like, oh, it's a new day.
That's a good idea. I like that.
And I didn't need a second coffee either. I was just like, hey, I've got energy now.
That's rare from you.
Do you guys have do you boys have those naps though where you wake up sluggish as fuck?
That's why you only have like a 15-minute nap.
Oh,
15 minutes.
I don't know how to do that. Dude, I nap and I like teleport to dinner. And I like napped at breakfast.
Set an alarm.
Hey?
Set an alarm.
How do you wake up to those, Luke? Teach me how.
This morning wasn't good.
He was meant to be in class and he slept with his alarm.
Don't worry, both of you are culprits. Both of you didn't turn up.
Me?
Yeah, you told me to turn up. You got to turn up too.
I woke up. I just couldn't get out of bed, bro.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
needed an extra hour. Dude, I would have turned up. I'm like, hey, Kaan, bro, just choke me and don't let go.
Nah, we still got Wednesday, boys. Don't worry.
Oh no, I'm working.
I can't.
Next week, Monday.
Nah,
Yeah,
audio.
I'll be there Monday.
Every audio Monday I'll be in.
No,
I'll be
like-
doing a 3 a day every audio.
For our professional athlete things, brother.
Yeah, 3 sessions on the mat and a weight training.
Are you coming to Bryson?
Look, I don't want to make any promises I can't keep. I love my sleep. I'll try and make one before my trip.
Cause when do you go away?
In 4 weeks.
Plenty of time.
I mean, 4 days.
He's going over 6 weeks though.
You're going away for 6 weeks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's going home. He's going to Italy.
Oh, bro, there's some good kickboxing there, I think, but I don't know about jiu-jitsu in Italy. Is it good?
I don't know.
Well, let's go through all the really good Italian MMA fighters and let's see what they're good.
No, I said kickboxers.
No, this is a running joke on the pod
Oh,
because he
okay.
grapples.
Uh,
It's Marvin Vittori is the lead.
just go, make sure you rock up with your shorts the wrong way around too.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do training. I love it. I love
I'll
it.
come back with some spaghetti guard for sure.
Oh my fucking
Oh, that'd be cool.
god. Oh god.
Do it.
I love it. Now, Kaan, what do you do outside of the gym to relax and like decompress? Because you do a lot. Not only like fight, coach, YouTube, fucking all of it.
Yeah, so my thing when I was in the fight game that I still do today is the content creation. Because when you're deep in the fight game, it's a lot. But a nice break for me was editing videos or so on and so forth with that. I binge watched YouTube when I was competitively fighting.
Yep.
Aside from that, fucking food, man. I love food. Go to try review new food places. I love it. Like if I go to Black Arby's or if I go to Absolute,
Yep.
on the way back I'll find a new spot, drop by. That's one of my fucking hobbies I love to do. I'm a fat kind of heart. If I didn't do this sport, as we discussed, I'd be like pretty fat.
Me too.
You said 150, I reckon 145 for me.
But I still eat 5 meals a day. Don't you worry. I eat. I eat. I'm like you.
I ate my feelings away this Saturday and Sunday, and I regretted it, but now I feel good.
Wait, recently?
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know. Just a lot
felt
of
it?
stuff outside.
Yeah. Just felt it?
Just felt it, and I ate away. And I wrote it because I'm working with Billy. I wrote it in my plan. He's like, "Thank you for being so honest." I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
Yeah, bro.
I was like, bro.
7,000
I was like,
calories.
legit, probably. I swear, I'm not even joking. I was like, bro, I'm sorry. I had a lot of stuff going on. I just ate my feelings away,
Yeah.
but we're back on track.
Hey,
Shout out Flow State.
shout out Flow
Flow
State, bro.
State,
Yeah, so
bro.
he's your nutritionist for this one?
SNC and nutritionist. I'm working with him,
Damn.
and it's really good, man. Like even the way I'm fueling myself, I can always train good. Like I can train good, but my energy throughout my sessions is way more better. Like I can output a lot more higher because the way he's fueling me and telling me to fuel. So it's good.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So is this something like
New for me, yes.
it's new? So this is your first time working with Bill?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, and I really want to help him out because he's got a lot of ambition and starting up something really nice, and I want to support him. Aside from that, with the S&C as well, like I've always been very hesitant to lift heavy, and I never understood what impact it could actually make. I did it a little bit with Anthea, but that was more like CrossFit stuff, and I didn't push 1 rep max or anything super heavy. With him, I've been pushing super heavy, and like on last Monday, I was against Walid, and I felt like I touched him with my finger, and he went flying.
No shit.
That's me exaggerating, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean? I
No,
felt
you know what?
fucking
We'll make
strong.
the video happen. We'll make it reality.
Yeah.
I love
Make
it.
a skit.
100%. It won't be a skip, bro. It'll just be legit. Legit. Now, you've had a lot of big fights. Like your amateur career, you were like main event all the time. Now on Fusion, this is your first main event for Fusion. And I say first because I believe you're going to have quite a few. How do you handle the nerves? And are there any nerves leading up? Any nerves backstage? Or even like fear or anything like that?
In the past, I had a lot of fear and I actually would resent getting in there. But then afterward, I was always be like a stress or relief and weight off of my shoulders whenever I did compete or fight for that matter. Like especially, I remember for that Jesse King one, I was like dreading getting in there. And then against the one with Caleb Steinacle, I was like, when the ring broke, I was like, fuck it, let's go to XFC and just set it up there. Like I've had days where I've wanted to do it and whatnot. Remember that one there? Like I've learned, I think for me, when I'm have a lot more gratitude, have faith in my preparation and training, and have a bit of a mindset of just like we discussed before about focusing on me, not focusing on the specific individual. That's another thing that helps me. And then I think just the perspective I adopt, like I get to do this.
Yeah.
I get to do this. Again, with the gratitude stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past, I put a lot of pressure on. I'm like, fuck, I have to do this. Because this is what I was defined by. And then I started to say, not that I was accepting the loss, but if I'm like, if I lose, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm more than this. I can still go back. I got a beautiful girlfriend, a beautiful family. I've got a life outside of I've got a YouTube channel where I impact people's lives and I have so much joy out of it. If I lose a simple match, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be this little bit shit in that present moment, but bro, there's that much shit that happens in life that all subsides. Like, even with MMA, bro, if you have a fight, you're king shit for 3 days, and then after that, you're just another number, even when you win. So even with losses, bro, it's just fucking temporary. So that's what's helped me.
Amazing.
Beautifully said.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. I
good.
appreciate that.
That would have been really hard to learn though, eh?
It did, bro. It did. It's just about being open to myself. And I felt like I've become a lot more vulnerable in that aspect, but I'm willing to become more vulnerable about being open to it because of how it's helped me. And I know that it could help someone else. It's just about coming to terms with it, in my opinion.
I actually think that makes you more dangerous because like a guy that's not fearful of loss or fearful of this is like free flowing.
Exactly.
So,
and that's what I became and
yeah.
I've become. And I feel comfortable with that.
That's wild. That's scary. Honestly, because you beat the fuck out of me in training. So if you can take that to a fight.
Right? That's the thing I want, bro. Because I faced it where Dion would always rate out performances after a fight. Call it a grade, A, B, C, D, whatever. If you can replicate what you do in the training room, in the ring, that's best case scenario. So that's what I want to do. And I feel like I'm the best when I'm free flowing.
Yeah.
Like Nick even said it at the back when we were doing our last MMA fight, the last one against Jesse Medina. He goes, bro, you're just on. And I was free flowing and I was just having fun. Like we were hitting pads and Ed and shit. Like that's just for me. That's what I need. And yeah, I've learned that.
Amazing. Now, an insight I love getting is when you're in the ring, like you're on the mat, you've just entered the cage. What's going through your mind? How are you getting ready? Because you've got like a minute of them like calling your name and announcing it. And like this time it's going to be like the main event of the year. Like there's a lot of like hype and build up and pressure. What's going through your mind in those moments getting right before a match starts?
As of recent, nothing. Just zoned in. As of recent.
Yeah.
Like, it's just no thought, nothing. It's just like, I got a task to do it. Whereas in the past, when I was like dreading getting in there, I'd be like thinking about after the fight.
Oh.
I'd be thinking about what I want to do after.
So you're trying to like just separate yourself. Like, I'm not even here. I'm just like, yeah.
Oh, what's a walkout like? And
Fun.
how do you pick the
Fun.
song?
I've learned with me, mine's an icon.
Yeah.
I feel like just the words to it and then the moments that have happened whenever I've walked out to that song have always been exhilarating and good and positive. And with me, I'm just an icon living. Like when I walk out to it, I just say like I'm an icon, just positive affirmations, and just I don't know. I feel like it's like my song.
That is a dope
Whereas
song.
in the past, I used to walk out. I walked out to God of War. I've walked out to Akatsuki. I've walked out to like all these different songs, and it's cool. But I feel like that's a cool song for me. In terms of walkouts as well, the one where I walked out to the double juice.
Bro, I was waiting because I'm like, that's one of the coolest walkouts. That was my
Right.
first time watching you fight.
Oh,
And
no
then the best
shit.
part is I'm like, because I trained at Brook's when I was a white belt, like just cross trained. So me and Ere were like mates.
Sick.
So I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And he's like, wait. And then his
Yeah,
brother
bro.
walk out. I'm like, oh shit.
That was a really cool one for me, and I felt like that's one of the best I've ever performed.
Start. Like,
But in
more
saying
big
that,
guy.
do you know why I did that? Because I was free flowing.
Yeah.
I was comfortable. I was doing me. And I've realized like it's taken so fucking long for me to realize it. But I guess that's why an amateur career is good because
Yeah.
you can take those lickings and those losses through trial and error and it doesn't mean shit. But it's taken me that long to realize that's what keeps me peak performance, just having fun.
So then, like helping out the younger MMA fighters, do you think more amateur MMA fights? Do you think more
100%.
grappling competitions? Like if you could...
Amateur MMA grappling comps.
Yep.
I one thing I wish I did was fight 4 ounces no shin pads over in the interstate MMA fight before I went pro, or had a kickboxing fight before I went pro, because the no shinny things got to my head, and then the 4 ounces got to my head. I even interviewed Liam recently on a Inside the Mind of a Fight episode, and he's like, before I walked out, I was so hesitant about getting punched, and then once I got punched, I was like, oh fuck, this ain't shit. We get so much in our fucking heads that we figure like it's okay. It's legit. We'll be fine. But I was so psyched up. I'm like, fuck, 4 ounces, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
So I should have got the more experience. And I feel like now the generation that we're in and the time that we're in, it's flourishing like the MMA scene. So the opportunity is endless for anyone that wants to come up in the sport.
That's a good point. Because, yeah, didn't Bilal have a no shin pad kick amateur fight before he went pro as well? Pretty sure. That was cool. That's something that they should do. 'Cause, wait, didn't Cage just have one as well? Pretty sure. Interesting. Now, this is gonna be a fun one because you do so many different kind of martial arts. Like you're a good wrestler, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing, and MMA. So feel free to add a few in for each. But if you could have any dream fight or fights, past, present, future, it does not matter. Who do you wish that you could just say that in your career you stood across the ring, across the map from, and you got to fight that guy?
Don't care about fighting. I just want to train with the best in the world. Don't care about fighting anyone.
Interesting. So you just want to share them out with the best.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what I've learned recently. Like, for example, stray away a bit from the question,
Yeah.
is I've been training at Matt Masters with Artie for a bit. And it's been so fucking fun, man. Like, it's reignited the fire in me for the MMA. And the other boys too, but that's a big one, Artie. Because when we were coming up in the amateur scene, we were highly touted prospects to fight each other. And I'm so glad that we came across as brothers and training partners as opposed to opposing opposition and enemies. Because I get way more out of it. And it's a lot more better with, like, more bang for your buck, more value, and the relationship's fucking cool, man. Like, you get to train with someone more consistently on a daily basis rather than just seeing and meeting them once and that's it.
Yeah.
So me, it'd be more so training. So training with a GSP, for example, that'd be awesome to me, man. I'd love to see that.
Yeah.
Training with a Habib and seeing what the wrestling's like. That'd be cool to me. Fuck, I don't know about Ilya. I'd get pissed off with the boxing. John Jones would be cool.
I feel like my dream was always Mighty Mouse.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think he's fucking dope.
I want to manifest that again. But you know how Mighty Mouse travels the world and trains with the best and shit and just makes a video out of it?
Yeah.
I would love to do something like that.
Yep.
I want to do something like that where I can just get paid a fuckload of money for just going to training around the world.
100%.
That would be so cool. So I want to manifest that.
100%. Well, let's get into the content side too. So, like, what are you working on content-wise? You got Kaan Eats, which is you going around trying all different food.
Yep.
You just did a Matt Masters...
Yeah, Fighter Chronicles. So I
Right.
actually messaged Will Harris, who's the individual that made Anatomy of a Fighter.
Yep.
He's the one that followed Habib and created those storytelling stuff. And I felt like with me, what separates me from the rest of any other fucking stupid journalist that asks the stupid questions or any other media person that's all right is I've been in the game. I know what it's like and I know how not to annoy the fighters. So I feel like I can tell the story a lot more better. And my autistic ass has like a good creative mind. So, or not autistic, or autism. Fuck, I don't even know.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
Autism or autistic?
You're talking about yourself, bro. Call yourself whatever you want.
It was one of them, bro. Regardless, the autism probably not autistic. Autism. Here we go. I'm fucking stuck on it. The autism gives me good creativeness. So coming together with that creativeness and the storytelling of my experiences throughout the fight game, I feel like I can blend together something really nice and educate the individuals of what it's like truly in the fight game. But the hardest thing is getting people that are open and willing to do it. Because with the fight game, people have a lot of egos and they want to hide and protect a lot of things. Even with the video, even though I made it and they were open with it, I made sure to send it to get their proof and whatnot. Yeah. So it's a very touchy thing within the fight game, but I'm noticing people are becoming more and more open with it, which is really nice. So I want to tell the story more of a fighting aspect. I'd love to travel the world and do content. Yep. That'd be really nice, and travel the world and just train, get paid for that shit. And anything to do with the fight game. Like, I know right now I can go far in the game. Like, I can make it to the big leagues. I know I can. I just know deep down in my heart, I'm no longer willing to sacrifice what I need to make it there. So in saying that, I want to stay in the fight game, but not as a professional athlete, as an individual that either does content or to give back. The ego in me, I guess because I'm young, still wants me to do it. And I kind of do want to do it every now and then, but I think I get that thrill through the combat jiu-jitsu or jiu-jitsu within itself. I don't have to cut as much weight. I feel like the community is not as serious. When I say not as serious, not as harsh, and it's a different community. I feel it's more enjoyable to be around.
Love it. Now, you've actually had a very decorated career already in your fight game where you got to compete and travel overseas. I believe you fought in New Zealand. Was
Serbia too, yep.
Yep, and you fought in Serbia. Was that IMAF?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So tell us about what it's like to actually travel and fight, because that's something that a lot of people would be new to them. Yeah. And the other thing that I think would be awesome to talk about is you've had a lot of fights where you've got massive hometown advantage. Like when XFC goes to the pavilion, bro, they own it. They own the fucking pavilion. You've had the best walkout with the drums with Ede, and then you've had the kickboxing when I think we owned like 80% of the seats. What was the difference between competing overseas compared to competing here? And then alongside that, did you like having kind of a hostile crowd, or did you like having your crowd?
Okay, number one, the lead up to the fight, a lot more easier at home. The access to like anything, shops, weight cutting facilities, whether it's a sauna, bath. I know my way around my hometown. So getting the necessities done in the lead up to a fight, a lot more easier at home. I wouldn't want to do it overseas. When I was overseas in Serbia, I had to go walk to like this, I don't fucking know, they don't speak English as well. So I had to go like this sauna thing, and like I was scared of getting my shit stolen, and I had to pay X amount of money, and I didn't know where the fuck I was. Like, it's a bit of a stressful thing. In New Zealand, I was lucky that Simon was helping me out. Simon had a good spot. So having people with me there was good. But if I was there by myself, it would have been a little bit stressful. Competing at home, the morning is much more preferred. But when I'm at the comp, I prefer to be overseas. Not as much pressure, I feel, for me. I like it. Yeah, I like it. And I think for me, that's always been the biggest thing about fighting for me that I've enjoyed. I've always been eager to travel to different countries for free, go get to experience a new part of the world, and just fight. Like, for example, even this year, I said that the only fight I'll ever entertain if it's in another country that I haven't been. That's the only time I'll take a pro fight, an MMA fight. So there was one in South Africa that was going to pop up, which didn't materialize, which I'm okay about. I don't really care. But if it did materialize, that's the only time I'd take it. But other than that, I don't really care to fight. Just to travel the world.
That's awesome. So you prefer
the lead up home?
The lead up at home,
fight,
but the
overseas.
So have you fought? That's when you're in IMAF.
I loved it.
Was the crowds against you in any of them? Like, did any of your opponents get a big roar?
And so with the crowd, because it was all just teams, there was no actual official like 80,000 stadium. But when the Brave happens, that was a full packed out fucking stadium. That was wild.
Yeah.
Like that's why I started to say, oh, I want to fight for Brave. And my brother's like, what the fuck? You're so weird. Like it was cool.
Mm.
When we were there, it was just the national teams. So it was like
Yeah.
Estonia, Africa, fucking
Yeah.
Spain. Like those are the only people that were in the crowd.
Yep.
It was a lot more quieter.
And then in New Zealand, was it hostile? I
They
want
were
to say
very,
hostile. Like,
I'll admit they were very respectful.
yeah.
New Zealand was beautiful. Even when I walked out, I saw a few people clapping and shit.
Yeah, you know, I didn't mean hostiles in like they were like throwing cans at you.
They were a
and
lot
nothing.
more quieter, but when Zach walked out, it was like, "Blah." So I'm
Yeah.
like, fuck, that's how I sound when I'm in Melbourne.
Yeah.
So it was cool. But I did enjoy that more. I felt like, all right, yeah, motherfuckers, I'm going to prove you all wrong. Like, I felt like I got more of that dog in me when I'm overseas. Like, I got a job to do. Whereas when I'm home, I've got the comfort where I'm like, oh, it's like easy.
yeah.
For me.
Yeah. No, there's mate. Each their own. Each their own.
You're traveling with IMAF again, aren't you?
Yeah, so I'm going to be coaching this time, bro. So we're going to Abu Dhabi. I'm going to start booking my flights. That's actually a thing I need to start doing. We're going to Abu Dhabi. I got Mason coming. I got Hunter on. And there's a few other
MMA?
people. Yeah, MMA. And the cool thing about that, it'll be round robin. So it's not elimination. So they're guaranteed fights. And they're versing the best of the best from the other type of nations. It's one of the best experiences that I've ever had in my life within the fight game. I feel like Mason, for example, is going to evolve leaps and bounds from this experience. And hopefully we'll be able to see that dog get out of him. And I feel like if anyone's going to do amateur MMA or fight for that matter, they got to do IMAF. It's the best experience.
Yeah. And then for the kids, because this is a thing that I hate, how does the weight cut work? Like, what kind of... Are you putting them where they basically barely cut weight, or are they going to have to...
Now, even for me, when I did IMAF, I couldn't cut weight. Like, I could have gone 70, but I didn't.
No.
Because you got to weigh in day every single day.
Yeah. So is it day after day after day again for the kids?
Yeah, but for the kids, it'll only be 2 days.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
it's round robin. It's not elimination.
Yeah.
So if I'm not mistaken, it'll be for Mason, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's it. And it'll go into Mason's in youth category C. And then it'll be that for 2 days. And then youth category B, 2 days. Youth category A, 2 days.
Awesome. So 6 days of coaching for you.
Oh, and they're doing D. So it's like, basically 6 days. 6 days.
Crazy.
It should be, if I'm not mistaken. But
And
I'm really excited for it because my plan is, for example, Renato does those videos and all, yeah. I'm looking at demographics in terms of people, things that haven't been targeted. The content creation with the fight game, people that don't know about it, educate them on that. Boom. That's one market that I feel comfortable that I position myself with. The next thing is the women's. Not that I can run it, but I want to build it for Bree and Sammy. So I've been pumping the content for that. In the Southeast, we have got fucking none of that. Let's build that shit. We got it at Absolute. You can cross-train, but nothing in the Southeast. Boom, target that. Lastly, BJJ Fanatics. You got tons of fucking shit for adults, none for kids. So my idea is to get a youth world champion under me, under my name, then start using Mason as a tool to plug the videos and use them as a thing to be like, this is your blueprint, A to Z on how to get your kid to become a world champion. Then start doing like a Patreon type thing of people paying $5 a thing where I can plug content 3 times a week. And just what I've done to make Mason achieve that goal. People want their fucking children to be like world champions or good or self-defense and whatnot. So they pay my videos and I give them educational content to where they can make their child become a world champion.
That's a great idea.
Put this in the that's a full business.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, but like, don't fucking steal that. That's my shit.
Copyrighted to Kaan Husmek.
But yeah, I've planned it a lot, guys. So like each quarter of this year, because I've taken a backseat from the fighting, because now I'm giving my 100% effort. If all this shit fails by the time I get to December, I can rest my head easy on the pillow and be fuck it, I tried.
Yeah.
But in the past, I was 1 foot in, 1 foot out with the content and the fighting.
Yep.
So now, with the first quarter, I was focusing on content creation purely. So I'm really happy with how I position myself with that. Second quarter of the year is a little bit of content creation, a little bit of coaching, and a little bit of the fighter thing because of the fusion. Third quarter of the year will be purely coaching. Then fourth quarter of the year, we'll see where I'm at. And it'll be one of the 3, but I'm going to dive fully deep into that.
Yep.
And when I get to December, I'm going to reevaluate. See where I can position myself. If I'm on my own 2 feet, I'm going to drop the fighting entirely. I don't give a fuck about competing. And I'll just pursue this. I'll travel the world and do my content and all that
Gotta
stuff.
stay on fusion though.
We'll see. We'll see,
Got,
bro.
You gotta defend your belt.
main
man.
event Husmek. with that
Right
belt.
now, I don't really care to, bro.
Interesting.
I don't really care to right now. I just want to focus on this. I don't
Yep.
care about after. I'm
Yep.
focused on this. I'm not
Love
looking at
it.
anything beyond that.
I mean, I don't blame you. You got a full business plan, like
Yeah.
locked and dialed, copyright.
Regardless, on September, the next card, I can't defend it because I'm going away to holiday with Jeddah.
Yep.
So-
Yep.
There's that as well. But I'm just focused on this Mahmoud guy.
Yep.
I want to get the belt because if I do decide to open up the gym in the future, me and Dion talked about that. Something that brings people in is the
Yep.
belts. I've got the amateur belts. I've got the MMA and the kickboxing ones. A fusion would be a fucking nice one to have as well.
100%.
So that's the only reason why I took it this year.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was not going to compete at all this year too.
Interesting.
But the belt, I fucking want that.
yeah.
That when I think about that, I'm like, okay, that's going to help me open up my gym.
Yep.
So business.
Man, you think so much in the future. It's sick.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's
it's
my-
like
that's my
every
objective.
step is planned.
I've become more like that as
Yeah.
time's gone by.
I love it. I love it. Now, as a
Can I ask one
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, please.
Can you ask me a question, bro?
Go.
you know that
Cause
it's like-
fucking ask something, bro. Every single episode I watch, you just sit there.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that, brother. Who this guy?
Yeah.
Ask me something.
Go.
I'll be honest. I've been thinking of questions, but I know they're coming up. So I was like,
Okay,
No,
I
ask
can-
away,
I can-
go.
don't worry
No,
then.
take over.
Um,
Take over.
so what do you know about your opponent? What can you tell us about him? And how are you studying him? Are you studying him?
No, remember, I don't want to go too deep into because I don't want to focus on what he's going to do. I'm
Yeah.
focused on me.
Yeah.
So at the start, when I first got the thing announced, I did my studying. So, fuck.
How much you gonna hand out? Not too much. Not too much.
And this is why I don't ask questions, guys. I broke him.
Even just say about how you.
Okay,
went-
you know what? I'm just going to say this part. I'll
Yeah.
say this part of it.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
got a very fucking good guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
My main thing is to pass that guard. If I can pass that guard, I feel very confident with the rest of the match. That'll be the biggest battle. Aside from that, the first 3 to 4 minutes will be the most hardest part of the match. Anything beyond that, that's when I feel more confident. But yeah, the guard's the biggest thing. He's very, very good off of his back. I just got to be careful with when I go to strike. I don't want to fall into a triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, I'm already giving a lot away, but I don't want to fall into shit. So I plan to precisely use my strikes. And I've thought about some other things which I aim to put forth. But again, I'm focused on me, what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Not so much what he's going to do.
Yeah.
Because your background in MMA like favors you.
See, that's
so
why
much.
I think I am good at this. Because
Mm.
there's the jiu-jitsu people and then there's the MMA people that try to do jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
But like they're just MMA fighters. But oh, that was fucking hot. That was cute. That was cute. But I feel like I've had the MMA thing. I've stepped away from the MMA. I've become more the jiu-jitsu that I feel like I've become a lot more dangerous with it. Especially the way that this guy's dying, bro. I wish your mic was on to pick that up.
It's
though.
why he stays behind the camera. You
Fair.
know, he's got a
Fair.
face for radio.
But even like I told you how I've been doing the stuff of Bilal's game and all, like I'm excited to show new levels and new layers to my game. That this combat jiu-jitsu rule set and the way that it's formatted, I fucking love it. And I like what Mateo is doing. He's doing something amazing to where he's making fusion athletes superstars and creating a good platform for people that want to do it.
Were you familiar with your opponent before the matchup?
Do you want to be honest? No.
Really?
No.
Interesting.
No, I only found out that he did the fusion that won him the tickets to do No Gear Worlds when I got the fight announced. And that's the only time I heard of him.
That was like that 8-man bracket one or whatever.
Yeah. Because the guy that interviewed me for the She'll Be Right podcast, who was doing it too, and then he mentioned then.
Yep.
I was like, oh, and then that was it.
Yep.
But other than that, like, I'm not saying this just for the sake of saying it. I generally didn't know who he was.
Mm.
No, it's fair. Yeah.
Because I think I was so much in the MMA game that I didn't care about jiu-jitsu, following it meticulously.
True. I got one then. So for combat jits, what do you think would be the best kind of, I don't know how to put it. It's like, what do you think would be the best way to build someone up for it? Do you think it's an MMA guy that's a grappling specialist? Do you think it's a grappling specialist that you then teach MMA to? Like, if you could...
I can answer this.
Yeah.
A power slap guy, get him into jits.
Ooh, that's solid. That's a great idea.
It's a good idea.
What's the top power slap athletes' names?
He only knows one. He only knows one.
Who?
Paige Van Sant. It's because he follows her on OnlyFans. That's
No, she doesn't do power slap, does she?
Yeah,
no,
bro.
to be fair, I
He
wouldn't
knows
know.
she does OnlyFans though.
Yeah, I'm not
Hey.
denying that. But I know there's the Big Islander. I don't know his name, but he's the crazy Hawaiian. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Nah.
This
But-
is how good Dana is at promoting. This
let's
was
be-
my topic last night.
Let's be honest. Nobody really watches power slap. let's be honest. Let's be honest. But get a power slap guy into combat jits. Might be a good.
I think Brighton's answered the question better than I could have, so let's leave it there. Honest.
I love it.
Nah, I just say a heavy wrestling game.
Yep.
Jiu-jitsu to a degree. I wouldn't say you need black belt or anything like that. Just like a funky style. Let's say like a Charles Oliveira type of style. Nothing too fancy. Too boring. Just like basically like a hunted style of jiu-jitsu. How Hunter rolls. Very unorthodox. Just throwing weird shit up to create scrambles to get on top. And then very wrestler orientated. Heavy, slow, and controlling. I'd say like perfect. No gi on the bottom, gi on top.
Oh yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I like it. So Hodger Gracie.
I'm not too familiar with his style, but yeah, it's pretty sad I don't. But yeah.
Understood. Now, massive thing. What do you think is the biggest misconception of the fight game?
Can you relate it to a specific art or no?
Of course, even if you want to. So whether it's MMA, whether it's jiu-jitsu, whether it's like...
Are we talking about
kickboxing.
from a fighter's perspective or a fan's perspective?
So if you were, from your perspective, talking to someone who has absolutely no idea about the fight game or wants to
Yep.
get into it and it's like, but be careful because...
Sacrifice. That's my biggest thing. No one understands how much you need to sacrifice to make it to the top. It's fucking... If you're in the fight game, you got to be willing to sacrifice so much, bro. You got to be willing to sacrifice the youth of your life. You're going to be willing to sacrifice financial stuff. You're going to be fucking scumming it out hard. You got to be willing to sacrifice pleasure. There's no such thing as going out to parties on the weekends. There's no such thing as eating food, an abundance of food as much as you want, because you got to maintain a good, healthy body. Because if you don't, that's going to catch up to you and your longevity is not going to be long. Your career is going to be cut short. And aside from that, the weight cuts get hard as fuck, like I did, where I was ballooning up to 90 and trying to cut down to 70. Like, what the fuck am I doing? And then when you're trying to cut down to 70, you're eating rabbit food of calories. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's miserable. Yeah?
Yeah.
You're a shit person to be around because you're trying to cut weight for this thing. And then aside from that, there's just a lot of sacrifice. I'm just going to say that. No one really understands it. Like, you'll have one fight, two fights, and you'll start doing it. And then you'll be like, fuck, that's a lot. So people that make it to the top, the reason why they're at the top is because they sacrifice so much, bro. That's what I'm walking
Yeah,
away,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I don't think that I can sacrifice what I need to no more. At the start I was, but now some other stuff has happened in my life and priorities have shifted that I don't think I'm willing to do that no more.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's everything.
It's a
you gotta give
lot.
up everything.
Yeah, bro, even like, for example, the most saddest things was like when I would be in the fight game, my mum would be like, Kaan, let's go to a cafe. Let's have some breakfast. Nah, I don't want to go out. I'm going to I'm going to eat whatever. I went to a Cuban thing on Saturday, Cuban festival party thing. All right. I got my fusion fight. I go there because it's their birthday. I see a chocolate platter. I see fucking food, Nando's peri peri chicken. I have a little bit. I have a bit more. I see the chocolate. I have that. I ate my feelings away. I just can't be putting myself in those environments because I know what I am. I'm a fat kind of heart. So I give in to the temptations. So you got to lock yourself in the house, bro. And you got to be so boring to yourself. That's why the videos and content creation was cool for me. Because when I was editing the videos, I was in the house. I wasn't doing anything else. So it's a lot of sacrifice.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's the thing. That's what people don't get. Like training looks cool. And what? Like for example, for an MMA fight, how long would you prepare for one?
Well, for me, I was always in camp, bro. So there's no such thing as camp. I would always stay ready. And that's
Yep.
the hardest part, staying ready.
Yeah.
Because the amount of times last year where, another thing, I'm not fighting anymore and all of a sudden these fights are popping up. I'm getting fights off at left, right, and center. What the fuck's this bullshit? But regardless, even last year, bro, I would prepare. I'd cut a little bit of weight. Like I'd diet down. And they'd be like, fighter, pull out. Go. Fighter gets injured. Go. Like you're doing all this stuff and then out of nowhere the unpredictable happens. And you're like, what the fuck was all that worth it? Like what was it all that for? I could have went to that party. I could have went to that outing. I could have went to that event. I could have ate that food with my mum and my missus. I could have gone out with you guys that day after the comp. those small little things add up, and it got to a point where I'm like, fuck that. I don't want that anymore.
No, fair. Very fair.
Fuck, you can kind of feel the frustration in
Yeah.
me.
This is just venting. I feel like now, like, when you're venting everything that's like built up for a while. It's good, man.
Yeah,
Healthy.
that's why the only other thing is like, I'll say this too. I'm not going to specify individuals or whatever, but when I was in the fight game, I noticed I was a lot more closer with certain individuals. But now that I'm out, I've gone distant apart, and that's okay. It's just a part of the thing. But it's important that when you're in it, you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, and when you're out of it, you see that you kind of get pushed out because you're like, yeah, you just become distant with some of the people.
Understood.
Sounds good though. Like I'm happy that you're doing something that aligns with you more.
I appreciate that, bro, and I feel a lot more healthy. I feel like I'm the best version I ever am. This sounds whipped as fuck, but like even since I've been with Jada, I feel like I've become the best version of myself. She brings out the best qualities of me, and because I'm not in the fight game, I'm allowed to be my true, authentic self a lot more.
Something beautiful.
Not a character, not the fighter. I used to define myself as Kaan the fighter, but now I know that I'm more than that.
It's like become in the UFC or something, but at what cost?
Yeah.
Like you'd much rather live the life you're living now.
Yeah, bro. Even when you get to the UFC, it's not like you're making $1 million, bro. You start off on a 10-10 contract. Contender series, you get what, 5-5. If you get a bonus, that's fucking hoorah. But other than that, bro, you still scum it out when you get to the leagues.
For sure.
The thing that no one realizes, tax.
Yep.
Bad.
So you get 10 and 10, tax first. So there goes what, 30%.
Another thing I want to quickly add on is sometimes like if you make it to the UFC, you're known as Brighton the UFC fighter. What I've noticed as of recent is I'm known as Kaan Husmek. I'm not known as
Kaan on Hex or Kaan on
yeah. So like aside from that, not to say that I've fucking made it or anything, but there's a lot more gratification for me through my content creation because people know me for my name and know who I am, and it's cool for me because I feel like I don't know that sits right with me like right now. I like that rather than being known as that UFC guy or just that fighter. I'm more than that.
Love it.
YouTuber, future combat jits champion, Vama.
Yeah, bro, like a coach, a guy that's a loving son to his family, to his friends and family, provide opportunity for people that are within the scene. That, like, bro, I've pursued it. I've got the connections, and not that because I'm away from the fight game doesn't mean those connections are gone. I'm gonna keep it, and if there's someone else that's coming up, I'm gonna help them with my connections and boost them even more. Like I'm hoping that. With Mason, I'm sponsoring him with a lot of stuff. Like, don't want any money from him, but I know that if he is to pursue it in the future and he gets older, I'm going to give him those opportunities. With Hunter, with Fusion, I give him those opportunities. I use my network and stuff because I know I can do more for other people. And if their heart's in it, I'd rather see them do better than me.
That's more fulfilling.
For me. And I've learned that, like with my brother as well. I always told him, why do you compete? He goes, oh, my anxiety. I'm like, well, the fuck? Like, you're good at it. You're so good. And he's like, I get more out of it seeing other people in my, like, other boys win. And I was like, at the start when I was in the mine, I was like, in the game, I was like, I don't fucking understand it. But now I do. I actually do get gratification when I see Mason win last time on Grappling Industries. Because I've been a part of the journey to see even the kickboxing fight, like, he was so sick of being the loser that straight away he was like he was crying, but he wasn't like sobbing and like, oh, I don't want to do it anymore. He was like, I want to go back in. Yeah. And the build of character and the fact that he was resilient enough to step back in there, that growth and being a part of the journey, I'm like, fuck, this is so cool. And like, even seeing it with Jada, like when she competes, I'm more in it. Like it's hard because I can't control it, and I want to do this and do that, but I'm more invested. Yeah. And I still get a thrill out of that.
Yeah. It was like when I competed last time at Grappling Industries. I was literally like fucking, I think it was like 25 minutes before my match, and Bree was on, and I'm like, all right, Bree, let's go warm you up. And then I warm her up, and then I go to like, they literally, it's like, I'm next fight. I'm like standing there, and then I turn around, I'm like, fuck's sake, is Luke warming up? Fucking this guy. And then I win a medal, and I'm like, I give it to Sammy. I'm like, fucking take it. And then like Luke wins bronze, or like whoever wins bronze, and I'm like, fuck a photo, bro. Like how sick. Like, fuck me competing.
And that's another thing with the Fighter Chronicles is that when I film Map Masters, I noticed that each of their own feelings got impacted more than the other person, like from the other person's outcome. Like they felt more from Liam more that like
Yeah.
their outcomes were just as the same, if
Whatever.
not more.
Yeah.
Even though they weren't in there
Yeah.
with the coaches and whatnot, whether it was Army and whether it was Josh or the other
Yeah.
coaches.
Yeah.
So I noticed that a
Cool, man.
lot.
It's nice too, isn't it? It's like it's
Yeah,
such a
it
great
is.
warm feeling. You go home like
One thing I want to quickly put out and I want
Yeah.
to manifest it is I don't know how the fuck we're going to do it. And I don't want to say we because I don't want to be the responsible one for it, but I hope there's someone out there because I know that PRP Global, for example, with the MMA people, they know that the MMA game's fucking hard as, so they're sponsoring athletes to provide them the opportunity to pursue their life. I wish there was a governing body or something like that to where coaches that go to a jits comps that's there from the morning for the kids till the night get some type of incentive where they get paid and looked after for that time period. Like when I say paid, like at least something, man, because there's so much that coaches go through to be there throughout all of their students throughout the whole entire day. And obviously when one coach misses one person's thing, it holds a lot of resentment and like it's hard for the coach. By the end, you're drained and tired, but I wish there was something to look after and compensate the coaches for sacrificing that amount of time.
just share the Domino's pizzas around Grappling Industries. Just give us one of the pizzas.
Hey, fucking grappling trees, you heard it here first.
Bro, I was sitting there yesterday. I was like, I've been coaching for like 6 hours. I was like gonna get food after we had like a break. I was fucking with that pizza.
But bro, think about that's why sometimes I just tax it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I remember you called me. I think you one of you motherfuckers recorded me munching. Oh, it was you munching on the pizza. I just take it sometimes. But regardless, thank you, Grappling Industries. But I wish there was just like something to support
Yeah.
the coaches when they're at the comps because that's basically a fucking job. That's basically a job.
I'll tell you, and I'll do a shout out. I'll tell you who's good for that. Savage. So that's Savage. Because I
Daniel.
won't give away too much. Yeah. Savage sponsored the VBJJ League, the new one that they built, and they were handing out like caffeine and stuff to anyone that helped before, because we helped set up because personal friend is part owner. So we helped set it up, and then I was just getting like free drinks all day, free lunch all day, freaking acai bowls all day.
Even
like,
that is more than
that's
enough.
more
bro.
than enough. Like just fuel me. It's great. But I don't know. I feel like I don't know. For me, I always get messages like, and I'm sure you're the same. Like people say, "Thank you for being there," and I'm like, "It's payment. I'm happy."
It's cool. Like that's the.
I know what you mean though. Like
Yeah, I'm glad you understand it. I just wish there was something more.
yeah.
It sounds a bit, I guess, not selfish because it's not just me because I want it for everyone
Of
else.
course.
But like, coaching should be more than just monetary gain. It's more just like the way you impact someone's life and you're there for them. That's the gratification that we get. But I wish there was a little bit more incentive to support the coaches pursuing that.
There needs to be like a massage table or something. Just like 5 minutes, relax, you know.
Would
Big
be
day.
nice.
Hi, lady. Happy ending.
You forgot the last word for Brighton though.
What?
Lady boy.
Oh,
Yes,
Oh,
Brighton's
penis
thing.
boy.
Hey, you saw him with that mic, bro.
Bro,
Yeah?
dick pic.
We'll talk after.
All right, just a couple more things. What is your favorite content to create, even if it changes throughout time? But what's your favorite to create and why?
As of recent, the fight game stuff. But
Yep.
other than that, I feel like I don't know. You know what? I'm going to change that. I like creating all content. I'm a content creator.
Yep.
I don't have a specific niche. Like,
Love.
sorry, a specific set
Yeah,
type of content.
You just love making it in general,
Yeah, I feel like I've got a creative mindset to do all things.
dude. I don't know how you come up with half the stuff, and then the
Autism.
confidence you have,
Autism.
bro. He had to like for this. He had to like not convince me, but like, you're fucked. You're fucked.
I thought it was gonna be quiet.
Yeah. No, you shat yourself. You heard it. Luke just shat himself, by the way, guys. Fuck, what was I talking
You were
about?
talking about
I lost it. Luke, you fucked me.
I don't know how he hyped himself up or how we did
Oh
this.
yeah, no. Brighton had to like tell me basically like what is there to lose with like he had not convinced me to do it because I was like he wanted to make a pot. I'm like done, and then I'm like, fuck, I got to get in front of a camera, bro. But you're just like confident, and you can blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. Like you can blame it on like autism or this, but like your confidence is nuts, man. I wish I had it.
I need to have that confidence in the ring when I did compete.
Bro, if you had your confidence in the ring,
Where how I do
fuck
with
me.
content creation,
Bro,
I'd be the best in the world.
you'd do a backflip to a twister. I don't know how you'd land it, but you'd land it
Yeah.
because like your confidence, like to go over and beyond and create things that no one has. Like I just wish it looked cooler for you, but the phone idea and the face off, brilliant. It just needed to look cool. You just had duct tape around your head, and I'm like,
Because that's wog job for you. Wog job for you. I got a $2 piece of Temu, bro, and I strapped it to my head.
but like incredible idea because like that's
Again.
because the UFC is trying to create that, but they never see like the fighter looking at you. You know what I mean? Like,
And that's
so-
how I always thought about it, bro. Like once I start to get more creative, I'm like, what is something that no one's done before?
Yeah,
And then I went like that.
I love it.
So you'll be going into the fusion fight with a body cam.
Oh, why'd you reveal my secret?
We got YouTuber Kaan coming in.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Now, as a coach, you're a coach. Like for those who don't, you are a coach. You coach. You're the head coach of grappling at XFC, Mary Warren. What is your advice to someone coming up in the ranks, or even wanting to begin? Like, what would you advise them if you could kind of wave your wand and put this idea in their brain?
Have an open mind and put yourself in the deep end and be willing to lose.
Love it. Love it. Brilliant. And last one. You are the main event for Fusion.
Yeah.
Tell us about it and why we should watch it.
All right, Fusion, June 20th, Melbourne Pavilion. I'm versing Mahmoud. I don't know his full name. Mahmoud. 80 kg combat jiu-jitsu title. This would be an awesome, phenomenal fight. We are both exciting, have exciting styles. Brighton is the one that put this together and set it up. So big credit goes towards him.
Thank you.
This will be really exciting because I feel like I've evolved. Do I look at the camera or do I look at you guys?
Whatever makes you happy.
All right. Well, I feel like I've evolved so much over these past couple of months with my style that I'm really excited to showcase it. I've been training really hard. And I feel like with my mentality and the way that I am right now, I feel like this is the best I will be able to perform in. If all is written and it's meant for me, I'll win in emphatic fashion. But if it's not and I lose, I know I'm more than that. Like I'm more than just winning a fucking combat jiu-jitsu belt. So regardless, I'm really excited for the opportunity. So thank you, Mateo, the owner of Fusion, who creates a lot of opportunities for people. And I'm excited to be a part of this event and support it. It'll be restreamed on Channel 7 as well, which was cool. You know, Fusion's stepping it up even more, better and better every single time they do a show. There's more phenomenal cards. We've got 2 more boys from XFC. We've got Joel Rajabi, Hunter Sinian, and we've got a few of the boys from Absolute 2, Aaron Mayer.
Yeah,
Maya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
keen
a
to
good
watch
one.
that fight.
And that's basically about it. Tune the fuck in. It's going to be cool. If you don't see it, you'll see it on my documentary in a couple days after the event on my YouTube channel.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Before you end it, ask me one more question.
Putting me on the spot.
Fuck yeah. I love it.
All right, what are you excited to eat afterwards? Is it planned or whatever you feel like
I binged it yesterday and the day before, so I'm pretty content.
for the moment? But after the fight, we're gonna go out, yeah.
I'm happy to.
Fuck yeah.
Got it.
I'm happy to.
Well, I'm pretty sure Sammy and I are buying our tickets tonight. So
Let's fucking go.
we will
Thank you.
be there. We're excited.
Is there anyone from Control?
No. I'm the only one so far.
Okay, but I mean like
Confusion.
on this card.
No,
Is
no,
there
no,
gonna
no,
be
no,
anyone?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm working on getting. I want to work on getting Musa on it because he's exciting.
In September, we're getting you on.
Yeah, we'll work on it. Let's get Musa on because he's a wild cat, and others as well. Let's get him on.
And then next quintet, you're doing it.
100%.
Oh,
100%.
as long as he's not in Italy. Jeremy, book it in for after Italy,
Please.
please.
When do you
Because
get back?
August 13.
All right, we'll do late September. Book it in.
Because I'm gonna need to get fit again.
Yeah, do late September. I'm away early September.
All right,
Yep.
late September.
out.
Let's get it. Let's
Boom.
get it. Khan, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for
having me on.
sacrificing your time before your fight.
No sacrifice. It's something that I'm willing to do, so it's not a sacrifice
You're
for me.
an absolute legend. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for
tune
being open as well, bro. Thank you for talking this
Yeah.
episode.
No worries.
The best.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Yeah,
you ended
usually I
off
just
with a
shut
deep
him down.
throat. Deep throat the microphone. End it off. Come on. End it off. You say you deal with professional MMA. You must deal with professional MMA fighters. Say to you. Come on. Deep throat it.
You fucked yourself.
Come
All
on.
right, what do I value more? My manhood or my beautiful face.
Come on, bro. Come on.
I'm gonna quickly run, guys. It's been a pleasure having you. Follow on YouTube, follow on Instagram at Kaan Husmek.
Put your mouth over it. Put your fucking mouth over it. I want to see your lips on it.
I'm not doing it.
Put your lips on it. Put your lips on it.
Thank you, brother.